All right, hi colleagues. Today I want to talk to you about the use of rubrics. Before we do any instruction or ask students to write an essay or to complete a project, it is necessary for you to give them a rubric. We use rubrics to guide our students' learning by posting them along with the essays or the projects before they actually start in class or virtually. You and your students should analyze the rubric to understand the expectation at the beginning, during, and the end of the activity, the assignment, or the project that they are given. It is also used to determine the data collected, especially when you're doing research. All right, and the students will use a rubric to demonstrate their proficiency. It will provide them with a timeline to monitor their progress, to determine how long they will take to complete a particular assignment. It will describe the expectations at intervals to keep them on track and on time. It will help them to understand what is it that is expected of them based on the prompt that is given or the instruction that is given, because the rubric will break it out in different levels in terms of showing when persons are actually giving higher order thinking and actually being proficient at what they are doing. It is also used as a checklist to determine whether the objectives, the product, or the expected behavior has been met. Finally, the rubric enables the students to differentiate among themselves what we call high level or good quality work. Because if you're meeting the objective, meeting the expectations of the rubric, then they know that they'll be getting a A or a B or a C or the equivalent in terms of a number value. I am going to show you quickly a rubric, and I'm asking all teachers to create a rubric. You can have a common rubric that is used in your class, or you can create rubric for every specific project or assignments that you're giving them. Remember, the rubric is a guide. So before they are given the assignment, before they're given the project, before they're given the essay to write, you go through the rubric with them. Here's a simple rubric. This is called an expository essay. And the highest level is being an expert. So you want your students to be an expert. There is one, in this case, we have the expert. There is one clear and well-focused topic. The main ideas are clear and they are well supported by details and accurate information. Then you go to explain to them what is it in terms of organization that you're looking for, the introduction. What is in the introduction, the main topic, the conclusion, the relevant information, and the logical order that they will follow. You share with them based on the rubric, what is it that is expected. For example, for the expert, the introduction is inviting or stimulating, or instead of introduction, in the introduction, you might talk about the hook. All right, what is it is it the hook catchy? All right, do they state the main topic? Do they provide an overview of the paper? Because the introduction to tell you what will be coming in the other paragraphs. So that will be really the overview. And it also gives you the logical order of the essay if they are writing an essay, or in the order in which a project should be delivered. And the conclusion should be strong. For their voice now, you will asking them and looking for subject-verb agreement. All right? Is there clarity in meaning and varied part of speech, figure of speech? Those are used. So the author's purpose in writing is clear, and they will have strong evidence of attention to the audience. So when they're writing, you know, based on the prompt, if it's an essay, who they're writing to, and if it's a project, who they're delivering it to. Is it the class they're sharing it with? Is it someone outside of their school? The author extensive knowledge and experience on the topic is evident, especially with prompts for their paper exam, where they ask to share their own opinion or experience on the topic that they're writing the essay on. Their choice of word is very important. So it must be vivid, and phrases are accurate and natural. So the author uses vivid words and phrases. The choice and the placement of the words must be accurate, all right, and natural, not forced. And when you read, you will know whether they are writing forcefully, and you'll be able to explain to them based on the rubric or reflecting on the rubric. Is it forced? Is it one that it runs smoothly off your tongue when you're reading it? And is there clarity in what you're conveying to those persons you have written to? Sentence structure, grammar, mechanics, and spelling. Those are very key elements of writing. And all sentences for the expert will be well constructed, having varied structure and length. The author makes no error in grammar, mechanics, or spelling, and you would have explained all of that to them. So I'm just recapping to say that it's important for us to use rubrics. Why? Many times when our students don't write an essay of good quality, it's because a rubric was not given, so they don't know the expectation of them. Or the prompt was not so dissected or broken up into elements for them to know what is expected of them based on a particular rubric. What can be done is that in an exam situation, you can teach them how to break up the prompt and the instructions that are given so that they know what is expected of them. So that when they write, they will know that, yes, I've written based on what the prompt says, all right, or requested of me to do. And based on that, you will get quality work. And if they have missed a part, they will know, oh, I left out the introduction. Remember, the introduction should have X, Y, Z. So the rubric guides them. It's not only use some marking at the end, but it's what guides them in producing quality work. All right, thank you for listening. All right, and I hope we'll all start using rubric, and if we have been using, we'll continue to use it effectively.